today, and we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to like and until the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration.
Yes.
The farewell party to the Savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander, I'm telling him this needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zios, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.
But now you're getting hit. Iranian missiles have your entire sky lit. And you cry victory and say you didn't start this. But the whole world sees that your lies are distorted. Now you feel terror like the Palestinians. How does it feel to have bombs dropped on your civilians? You could avoid all this if you wanted to, but I'm not a G, never expected good behavior from your Jews. What you get for all your evil deeds. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv. You brought this upon yourself. It's your time to bleed. No one believed they would strike so deep. Not Tel Aviv, but in the dead of night with no warning, the sky lit up. The world watched in celebration as the Iron Dome crashed. The balance of power began to shift. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, this is what you get for all your evil deeds. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, you brought this upon yourself. It's your time to bleed. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, this is what you get for all your evil deeds. Boom, 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 Tel Aviv, you brought this upon yourself. It's your time to bleed.
Yo, can you all hear me all okay? Type a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Yo, what's going on everyone? Can you all hear me all okay? Shout out to you Red, thanks for tuning in man, W from Red. Had to start off with some good music man, for 14 days of the Iran war. Israel's been getting cooked now for 14 days straight, and so is America. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well man. Where you guys tuned in from? Let me know in the comments. So make sure we're live on Rumble and Kick. Yeah, we're live. I think we're live on Kick. We live on Kick? Yep. Rumble. Let's check Rumble. Yep, Rumble seems good. Rumble seems good. Hello, Red. Thank you, man. Mr. Aki4, shout out to you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Who else we got in the chat? Jazz, I see your message earlier. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's been 14 days now of the Iran war. It's 14 days today. 2 weeks of destruction and losses for the American and the Israeli terrorists. We've got a few bits to get into. Some controversial stuff coming out about Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. We're going to dive into that in a second. I'm good, Hassan, man. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I have heard about the plane. That's something we're going to cover today. We're going to cover everything. Been a lot going on in these past 24 hours, it seems like. Yeah. Jazz, are you there? Moderator Jazz, might need you. Trump is terrorist.
Trump is terrorist.
Trump is terrorist. You're right, Stuart. Trump is terrorists. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in so much. But yeah, guys, it's been 14 days of the war between Iran and Israel and America. And so far, we've seen the Americans and the Zionists taking a lot of losses. Oh, we've already got a super chat. Oh, thank you, Red. Thank you. It's taking a minute to come through. Thank you, man. No message. I appreciate you, Red. You maybe saw my goal at the top. Do I have to update this manually every time? Why does it say that it didn't go up? Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Damn it. Sorry. Thank you so much, Red. I'm just trying to update you onto the chat at the top. Because I put a goal at the top. I don't know if you guys saw, to help me quit my 9 to 5 job. If we hit this number, that should be enough. I'm going to put Red's $5 on there. I thought it would just do it automatically. It's kind of annoying. Just bear with me. Can't see the chat for 1 second. Right, hopefully that's updated now. It's kind of annoying. I thought it would do it itself. Is it updated? That's annoying. Sorry. Saturn Jazz. Yeah, thank you again, Red. After failing to reach them during the war, United States were offered 10 million. Yeah, they were offered 10 million for the capture of Moshe Khamenei and other Iranian leaders. But we literally saw them. Walking around the streets earlier in Iran, in Tehran. Yeah, thank you so much for the early super chat, Red. I don't know why the number isn't updated on the screen. It's annoying. It's not updated for you guys, is it? No. Oh, it is. Zero. Yeah, it has updated. My bad. Thank you so much, Red. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, over 100 US Special Forces and Israelis. Yep. So anyway, guys, today is 14 days of the war between Iran, America, and Israel, and we've got a lot to get into today. So, you guys missed the intro, most of you, man. I had the song playing, Tel Aviv, Boom Boom Tel Aviv. I thought it was the right time for it, you know. Celebration today. No, never know. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu might have gone missing. Who knows? We're gonna dig into it now in a second. So yeah, let's start off with that. Actually, let's start off with that. So yesterday, I know a lot of people were saying that we hadn't heard from Netanyahu for a while. People were saying it's strange. We haven't seen Netanyahu speak for ages. Where is he? And just yesterday, Netanyahu came out and did a speech. It was on like Al Jazeera, other news programs, etc. And we're going to play some of the clips, and then we are going to dig into it a bit more, because there's some people that think that it may be AI. Interesting if it is. You saw it, WC, yeah? You like the music, yeah? I'm glad someone saw it. I think no one joined quick enough, man. There was only like 5 of us here at the time. But yeah, let's get into it. So, Netanyahu, supposedly Netanyahu, came out yesterday and said Hezbollah is fearing Israel's might and will pay a hefty price for its aggression against Israel. Let's play the little 9-second clip. I think it might be in terrorist language. Let's double check.
Now Hezbollah is feeling our might, and they will pay a hefty price for their aggressions against Israel. Now,
nonsense as always, but yeah. Then Netanyahu spoke on Moshe Khamenei and Naim Qassem. He said, I believe there will be surprises, and I'm required to maintain some degree of combat fog at this press conference. What I can tell you is that we have the upper hand far more than we have anticipated, and we will achieve all of our objectives. Let's play the clip.
Your other question is about the fate of Khamenei and Naim Qasim. I have given you my answer, but it sounds to me as if you are asking what will happen at the end of this battle. I believe there will be surprises, and I am required to maintain some combat fogginess in this press conference. But what I can share with you is that we have the upper hand much more than we anticipated, and we will achieve all our objectives.
Interesting. Netanyahu's also claimed that he will change the entire Middle East in terms of enemies and friends, and that Israel will be much stronger than ever. He claims that everyone recognizes this now, including neighbors, both enemies and friends, and he claims that the results of these changes are evident across the region. Let's play this little clip.
For I have promised you that we will change the entire Middle East, be it in terms of enemies and friends, and Israel much stronger than ever. Everyone recognizing that, and our neighbors, both enemies and friends, recognize this fact. For I have promised you that.
Yeah, he's basically talking a lot of nonsense. We're just playing the little clips, and then we're going to move on to why we have played these clips. I'm sure most of you probably know, if you've been keeping up to date with the news on X. If you've seen it anywhere else, there's a lot of rumours going about. Yeah, no, we was literally just saying that, Catherine, it's crazy. They're offering the 10 mil, but the Iranian leaders seemed unfazed walking through the streets. We're going to get onto that as well. So a question was asked, does Israel work towards arming opposition groups in Iran? Netanyahu said, I can say with certainty that the regime cannot be toppled without the efforts of the Iranian people, and we have informed them of that. We have told them that help is on the way. I cannot tell you what will happen at the end of the day. I will not tell you. We know, we hope, and we understand that you also hope this regime will fall. If the regime does not fall, it will be much weaker, but if it does fall, the problem will be solved. AI Milikowski, yeah, exactly. Let's play the clip.
Question: does Israel work towards arming oppositions in Iran? And have you asked President Trump to discuss the exemptions or the amnesty? I have never asked this from him in the past, nor now. Categorically, and many witnesses can testify to that. My question, are you working towards arming the oppositions in Iran, and what are the implications if the Iranian regime is not ousted? You have said that the military effort wouldn't succeed in toppling the regime in Iran. I do not deny, and that I don't deny that I can say 100% that the regime can be toppled without the Iranian people's efforts, and we have informed them, we have told them that help is on the way. What will happen at the end of the day, I can't tell you, I will not tell you. We know, we hope, and we know that you also hope that this regime would fall. If the regime doesn't fall, it would be much weaker. But if it falls, then the problem would be solved. But Iran is no longer Iran of the past.
I don't think anyone wants the regime to fall, especially the people living in Iran. And I guarantee, even if the people didn't like the regime in Iran, that they would not want this terrorist in charge of their country. Just my opinion, which I'm sure a lot of you agree with. Shout out to you, is it IC9M? Thank you, man. Appreciate seeing you here, brother. Fucking lunatic, can't listen to this bullshit. Yeah, no, we've only got a couple more clips left of this terrorist. Netanyahu said, we will make it to the return of the Messiah. This will not happen next Thursday.
Falls, then the problem would be solved, but Iran is no longer Iran of the past. Iran is no longer that big nation, that regional strong arm. We are working against Iran in many ways, and in ways that would be revealed at a later stage. And I can say that Israel is much stronger, much greater than it has been in the past. We need to recognize this. And I believe we all recognize the fact that we
Let's speed this shit up. Let's speed this shit up. It's talking too much nonsense.
will reach to the kingdom. We will make it to the return of the Messiah, but this will not happen next Thursday. The lives of nations is always precarious and surrounded with threats. Our survival, our endurance is a result of alliances that we forge for our existence to be stronger. No doubt we are moving from one battle to another, from the establishment, and with this battle now, with this operation, Israel has become stronger than ever.
A load of nonsense. Israel definitely look weaker than ever, in my opinion. We've got one more clip of Netanyahu before we get into the so-called conspiracy theory. So yeah, Netanyahu said extreme Islam, both Sunni and Shia, is a threat to the entire world. We can't say that this will solve itself. So basically he just hates all Muslims. Okay. Let's put this on 1.25 speed as well. Can't bear to listen to that guy more than 20 seconds. Yo, Tommy Shelby, thank you, man, for tuning on Kick as always, brother. Appreciate seeing you here, man.
In other countries, they want to regress back to the medieval ages. And we're not saying it's in Switzerland. Things are happening in Switzerland now. Extreme Islam, both Sunni and Shi'i, is a threat to the entire world. We can't say that this would solve itself. We continue to strike our enemies over and over again.
Yeah, alright then, mate. But anyway, the reason I wanted to play all these clips, I'm not sure if you guys noticed anything weird in the videos or anything. But there appears to be a rumour going around. A rumour that Benjamin Netanyahu may be missing. Maybe he's dead. We don't know. We don't know what's happened to him. Because some people noticed that in this video of Netanyahu, it seemed that he had 6 fingers. Like it was AI or something. It's interesting because there was questions being asked. And, you know, it's probably a bit harder to fake that sort of thing. But, here's a couple images and clips. So, Megatron posted, the latest video released by the government itself shows that it was AI generated because Netanyahu has 6 fingers. The question now is whether Netanyahu is just hiding, has been killed, or is seriously injured. And this is what they're talking about. Don't know how clearly you guys can see it, but here it looks like there's the thumb, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 5 in total. And then it looks like here he's got another finger. It looks like the outline of a finger here. We're not 100% sure. It could just be the bottom of his hand, you know. But yeah, it would be good, wouldn't it, guys? It would be good. There's another clearer image here. You can see it zoomed in. I don't know. What do you guys think? It does look like another finger, doesn't it? I don't know. In a bunker. Yeah, I don't think he's dead, unfortunately. You know. But there was this clip that surfaced earlier of US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was abruptly pulled away from a live interview after being told that the president wants you right away. After returning, his voice was noticeably shaken. Is Netanyahu dead? Who knows? Who knows? That would be great if it was the case, but don't want to get my hopes up. Let's play the video.
I listened to you on the...
The president wants you. Sorry, the president wants you right away.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem at all. See you shortly, Mr. Secretary.
You can work that in.
Mr. Secretary, I have to say, it's a first, I'm sure a last as well, that an interviewee's been pulled away to go to the Situation Room. How was the president? Was he stressed?
No, the president is in great spirits. The Iranian mission is proceeding well ahead of schedule, And I have to tell you, Wolf, that I'm a teenager who's considering military service, and I could give this team my highest compliment, from President Trump to the head of the Joint Chiefs to the Secretary of War. I would say that I would trust my child's life in their hands.
Why do you sound like he's about to cry? Do you think the demon's dead? What do you guys think? The demon's dead? Or are we just getting our hopes up? I don't know. Personally, I think he's probably alive, to be fair. I mean, it'd be great if he wasn't, stop some terrorism in the world, but I don't know about it. Maybe he is hiding. That video did look a bit suspicious, but at the same time, when you look at the pictures, it could just be the bottom of his hand. I'm not too sure. Someone said in the comments, doesn't have 6 fingers, rotate the image. Let's look what they put. It does kind of look like a finger still though, doesn't it? I don't know. It's a hard one, isn't it? It's a hard one. I think Netanyahu's alive but in a bunker. Yeah, that's probably the case, He probably just doesn't want to come out and show his face. Scared. Hiding in the tunnel like a rat that he is. I don't know. Probably on an island, yeah. Probably gone to Epstein Island or something, to be fair. But anyway, let's get into some proper news. So, as you guys know, it's been 2 weeks of the Iran war today. It's been 14 days since the war begun. And ever since, Iran have been giving Israel absolute hell. And literally just before I set up this video, Tel Aviv was yet again getting struck by drones, missiles, everything from Iran. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but basically Israel are getting absolutely hammered. Tel Aviv are getting absolutely hammered. This is just before I start the stream. I'm going to show you some stuff. I didn't even get to put this all in the bookmark folder, so I'm going to start off from my X page. Where is it? So yeah, here we are. We'll start off here. So literally an hour ago, yeah, I see that AAA 7,000, you would have a lot more views if you started a little later. Yeah, maybe next time in future I'm starting them a bit later, starting from next week. No worries, Tommy, do what you got to do, brother. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're probably right there, AAA. I don't know why I keep calling AAA, it's AA. But yeah, so anyway, exclusive footage shows the site of an Iranian missile landed in Tel Aviv. So this was only an hour ago. Look, let's play the video.
ننقل الآن على الهواء هذه الصور من تل أبيب. أستاذة راغدة ابقي معي لو سمحتي. تفضلي. هذه صور مباشرة الآن من تل أبيب لموقع سقوط الصواريخ الإيرانية. منذ
Yeah, it's not really much in that video. You can see some chaos, but there's another video, the situation in Tel Aviv after an Iranian missile landed. We've got a 7-second video here. So yeah, Tel Aviv still getting hit hard, and then just after I bookmarked all of that, we saw an Israeli factory in Tel Aviv caught fire after an Iranian missile strike. So you can see the firefighters are here trying to put out the damage done by Iranian missiles. Some direct impacts there. And then we had, where is it gone? Sorry, these are just my recent posts, so it's hard for me to find it. Yeah, and then a house, this is 25 minutes ago, a house in Tel Aviv caught fire after the detonation of a shrapnel landed Iranian rocket. A shrapnel laden Iranian rocket. So you can see the damage there. Tel Aviv is burning, it's on fire as we speak. Yeah, that's pretty much it from that bit. But then moving on to about 24 hours ago, we had John Mearsheimer. He came out and he warned that Israel will not hesitate to use nuclear weapons if it begins losing the war against Iran. He said there is no country on the planet that is crueler and more deadly than Israel. I think we can all agree. Wouldn't surprise me if they went to desperate measures to to win this war at any means necessary. You know, winning to the Israelis is of course just wiping everyone out. We know that from Palestine. Yeah, let's play the clip.
I think this is a remarkably
Is it really loud when I'm playing it for you guys? It sounds really loud.
dangerous situation. If the Israelis lose in Iran, they will be fully aware that they lost. They will be fully aware that they will have enraged the Iranian body populace, right? They will be fully aware that an Iran with nuclear weapons will be very, very dangerous from Israel's perspective, and they will go to great lengths to prevent that. And if they can't prevent it through conventional means, then we get to a scenario where they think about using nuclear weapons. And as we know, there's no state on the planet that is more ruthless, more murderous than the Israelis. So the idea that they would use nuclear weapons is certainly plausible. And I really worry about this scenario. I think this is...
I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think they'll go to them sort of desperate measures? Sounds evil, not gonna lie, like you want your soul, your shekels. Yeah, they would rather wipe out the earth than lose. I kind of agree, man. I don't think that they'll they don't take losing lightly, but they've been taking a lot of heavy losses though in these last 2 weeks. Iran's IRGC announced last night that they launched the 43rd missile wave, 43 missile waves against the US 5th Fleet and Tel Aviv and Eilat. The use of Khorramshahr missiles with a warhead weighing 2 tons and Imad and Khyber missiles with a warhead weighing 1 ton. We don't need to listen to this terrorist again. And also Sneeko predicted that Israel will conduct a false flag attack within the next 2 weeks to justify sending US ground troops into the war with Iran. He says it will be a Mossad-style 9/11 attack in the Gulf, the GCC. It could be Dubai, Kuwait or Qatar. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Ah, nice one. We've got a super chat from IIC9. Thank you, brother. Ianat on Israel. God bless Saviour. Shout out to you, man. God bless yourself as well, brother. Appreciate the super chat, man, helping us hit our goal at the top of the screen. But yeah, Sneeko's kind of saying what, similar to what we're saying, you know, that Israel won't take losing lightly. They will have to cause some sort of chaos to try and bring the public back onto their side. Let's listen to what he had to say anyway.
In order to justify a ground troop invasion, my prediction, mark my words, within the next several weeks, there will be a Mossad-style 9/11 attack in the GCC. Could be Dubai, could be Kuwait, could be Qatar. Probably Dubai. I hope not, inshallah it's not, but that's my prediction. I was wondering if it was going to be in America. I don't think so. I think that'd be too on the nose if it's in New York again. I think it's going to be in the GCC. There's many different reasons why. One strategy could be to separate the Muslim Ummah right now. You know, try to separate Shias and Sunnis. And two, that they're going to need this to justify ground invasion. Troops on the ground, boots on the ground. They will need some sort of 9/11 false flag. And a good way to differentiate if it's an attack on a military base, like Iran has been doing through the GCC, they're attacking CIA buildings and they're attacking, military headquarters. If it's an attack on a lot of civilians, which U.S. Israel Epstein regime has proven that they do, just like with this school, 9/11, and so much of what we've seen in the past 20 years. If it attacks civilians and civilians die, Iran has proven that that's not what their main focus is. It's probably a Mossad-style false flag attack to justify U.S. boots on the ground. I think within a week or two. They have been preparing. You know, they're starting to push propaganda about troops going in, and Americans are not going to be supportive of that unless there's a false flag attack. Inshallah, it doesn't happen, but this is my analysis, and let's see if I am vindicated about this. I said I was right about the Epstein files dropping. I said they were going to go to war in Iran.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him, man. Hopefully it won't happen. But Israel have definitely got no support from the public, you know. Israel, all of the people that maybe did support them, unless they're actually pure Zionists, you know, there was a few people after October 7th that genuinely thought that, you know, Israel somehow was defending themselves, but that's all gone out the window a long time ago, and especially with this Iran stuff. The only way that they can bring the public back, I feel like, is to do a false flag attack like 9/11 and blame Muslims, of course. Yeah, no worries. Let's go to some other destruction in Tel Aviv, in Israel. Last night we saw an Iranian missile fall in northern Israel. Only a little 3-second clip. And Israel's Megan, well basically let's play this one first because this is after. Israeli air defences failed to intercept an Iranian missile which successfully hit its target. Just got a quick video of this one as well. And Israel's Megan David Adam, I don't know how to say that, reports 10 Israeli settlers were injured by rocket shrapnel, with one in serious condition. Not a good day to be a Zionist, not a good day to be a Zionist. Yeah, complete chaos in Israel, northern Israel, northern occupied Palestine should we say. And there's more footage of a strike in northern Israel from last night, so this is after the air defences failed to intercept the drone. We've got a couple of videos here. Big boom there, and another video here. Ya Allah! Ya Allah! Yeah, some strikes in northern Israel. Iran's continued to give them hell. And Israeli's foreign minister, Saar, came out and said, Moshe Khamenei, the new Iranian supreme leader, is more hardline than his father. Suppose taking out the supreme leader, the original, the OG Khamenei was not worth it, was it? For a Zionist, anyway. Definitely backfired there. Mrs. Love Best said, it's definitely going to happen in my opinion. We're already hearing about an alleged threat to the US from the FBI. Exactly that. It feels like they're sort of trying to test the waters, you know, warm the public up to their false flag. You know, you've seen all like Laura Loomer and all these people as well coming out trying to, you know, vamp up the anti-Islam hate. I suppose we have to wait and see. Hopefully nothing happens, but you know, we can't trust these Zionist terrorists, unfortunately. Also, the IRGC aerospace commander says 30 super heavy ballistic missiles weighing 1 to 2 tons were launched at targets in Israel. Major General Said Majid Mousavi said the strike disrupted and destroyed key aerospace monitoring systems, calling it the heaviest operational barrage against the regime so far. He added, a new part of the regime's sky is now under our control. Have to wait and see. And then, this is again just a couple hours before the stream, another Iranian missile hit Tel Aviv. I mean, they can't get a break, can they? Good, they can't get a break and it's good. So yeah, a lot of smoke pouring out of Tel Aviv. Boom, boom, Tel Aviv. We need a sound for that one. But yeah, man, what do you guys think? Do you think there's going to be a false flag soon? Something like 9/11? Hopefully not. Hopefully it ain't Dubai as well. Hopefully it ain't anywhere, you know. It's only going to end up being the loss of the life of civilians. I think maybe it could be the Al-Aqsa Mosque, which will be awful, but it will be definitely something that they'll do to try and turn everyone against Iran. Americans paid $100 billion to make the Ayatollah 30 years younger, exactly, and this guy's apparently more of a savage as well, so bad move by the Americans and the Zionists, you know. What can you expect? What can you expect from the terrorists? Trump is a terrorist. Anyway, on to some stuff regarding mainly Iran now. So some Iranians have been cooking. It's been 14 days of war, and the Iranians have been cooking not just the Zionist terrorists, but the Americans too. Let's watch some footage that the IRGC released. So it says the IRGC released footage of Kiba, Shekon, Imad, Garda and Fatah ballistic missiles that were launched towards Israel and US bases in the region during Wave 42 of Operation True Promise 4. It's crazy as well, man. We all thought True Promise 4 was never coming. Well, it's come, and it's probably been the best. It's been the best True Promise yet. مرگ بر آمریکا، مرگ بر اسرائیل. They're really giving them hell, aren't they, guys? They're really giving them hell. The amount of missiles that have been launched is insane. Boom boom Tel Aviv. Boom boom Tel Aviv. Beautiful scenes. Beautiful scenes. W Iran. W Iran. W Iran. How comes there isn't much news about Iran strikes? There's loads of news, English TK. There's loads of news. I'm not sure if you just joined the stream, but we literally just planned some a minute ago. We've got more to come as well. We've got more to come as well. If you follow my X page, at the Saviour, you'll see a lot of the strikes posted there. So also the so yeah, I haven't got the translation for this one, but we've got pretty much everything he said. So the spokesperson for Iran's Hatam al-Anbiya headquarters announced that the 41st wave of Operation True Promise 4 was launched on the Eye of Quds Day under the code name to Jerusalem, targeting Israeli and American positions. Strikes hit US force concentrations on Sheikh Zayed Road and at Ahmed Al Jabir Air Base with precision missiles, as well as accommodation for US Marines at Al Dhafra Air Base in the UAE, and a concentration of Israeli forces in Tel Aviv using heavy Khorramshahr, Garda and Kibar missiles. The 42nd wave, under the code name Labek Yahamini, was dedicated to the martyred leader and his family, firing Imad, Garda, Kibar, Shikan and Fatah missiles at Tel Aviv and US bases. Sorry if I'm reading out some of these names wrong, you know. The IRGC Navy struck the US 5th Fleet headquarters at Mina Salman Port in Bahrain in 2 waves, hitting the anti-drone lead system, drone storage, support equipment, fuel tanks and personnel gathering points. The spokesman warned that any attack on Iran's energy infrastructure or ports would be met with a devastating response, adding that all energy infrastructure in the region where the US and its allies have interests would be set ablaze. He confirmed that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed and offensive operations against American-Israeli targets will continue with full force. W Iran, not backing down, not backing down. Oh, you meant on mainstream news, sorry TK, yeah, of course they're not going to show it. They're trying to act like they're winning this war. It's all a facade. It's all they will never show this stuff, you know. Well, there's a lot of comments since. Yeah, and also some interesting stuff. So yesterday we had reports of an Iranian drone strike targeting the French airbase at Erbil International Airport, with unconfirmed reports of 6 injured French personnel. Got a quick 4-second video here. So yeah, nothing too crazy in that video that we can see properly. And this video, it's pretty much the same video. It is the same video, but an update: a French helicopter was also struck in the attack on the French airbase in Erbil. Yeah, it's the same video there. And one of the main buildings at the joint Peshmerga/French base appears to be on fire after an Iranian drone strike. So we've got a still image of it here, and you can see that is, so this is where the person took the video approximately when you look on a map, and that's the airbase there. And I think there was one more post about the French stuff. So yeah, Macron says the 1st Sergeant Arnaud Frian and their soldiers were killed during an attack in the Erbil area of Iraq. That's what you get for siding with terrorists, unfortunately. Yeah, interesting story. It's only a quick bit on that. But of course, we've got another W for Iran, because Iranians wrote a message on an Iranian missile saying vaccine for paedophiles, made in Iran. Who remembers the one they done the other day as well, for the Epstein? Did you guys see that one? Something about Epstein. This is for the kids on Epstein Island, you know. That's alright, Orc 2013, no worries, brother. No problem at all. I've realised, yeah, sometimes this might be a bad time to start the stream. Thank you, Bang Dog, as well, thank you. Yeah, so Iran carry on doing their base things as always. Oh, what's that? Subscriber. Thank you, Abid Kiani, for subscribing. And outside the UN, so this is the thing as well. Let me put on full screen. The Iranians target air bases and, you know, military. They target all of the baby killers basically. They don't target civilians. And how does Israel and Iran respond? Well, they target school children and civilians. And we've seen some sad videos coming out. Basically, outside the UN office in Tehran, Iranian schoolgirls, accompanied by their parents, called for US and Israeli leaders to be held responsible for massacring Iranian school children. Got a couple videos to play. Let's play it. So yeah, sad video, and then we've got one where they actually did speak on this one. A speech from one of the school children. Let me read it out for you guys. I'm going to put it on mute so I can read the subtitles. So basically, I think she said he went to school one day and she went to school one day and never came back again. Boom, the war started. We had previously heard nobody hurts the children in the wars. Now we see something else. In Gaza, in Iran, we're here to tell you, people of the world, open your eyes and see all of these war crimes. Sad. It's sad, it's sad, it's sad. You know, we're dealing with terrorists. Trump the terrorist and Netanyahu the terrorist, unfortunately. Yeah, what more can we say? We've actually got some more stuff about the school, the US bombing of the school, coming up in a minute. Obviously Iran released, see what I mean, that America and all that, they target the children. What children have Iran killed since this war started? Please, there's not any names, there's none. Because Iran released footage showing ballistic missiles being launched at Israel and US bases in the region during wave 43 of Operation True Promise 4. Do you get the key words there, guys? US and Israel bases, military bases, not schools and hospitals and places of worship. That is the difference. The Epstein army are getting cooked. W Iran, keep targeting those military bases. Siang said you'd like to go to Iran after and help rebuild. I mean, that'd be great, yeah, but I'm not sure what country you're from, to be fair. I don't know what our country's regulations on that would be. A great gesture though. And Red, you said there's going to be a lot more false flag attacks that they will try to blame Iran for, but the world is watching them. Exactly that. There's definitely something else coming. They've definitely got something else up their sleeve. The final photo of Iranian teacher Neda Amini Azar before she was killed following the US-Israeli attack on her school. So how heartbreaking are these people, man? How sick are these people? This is heartbreaking, that's what I was meant to say. This is disgusting terrorism. No words for it. No words for it. Okay, yeah. So now we're on to like today's news. We've only gone over a couple of bits. We went over the Netanyahu rumours. The stream will be, you can play the stream after from the beginning if you missed anything, and also we post clips throughout the week anyway, so don't worry, man, you haven't missed too much, but everything you have missed will be on YouTube. But yeah, what I wanted to say, guys, so today, it's a funny story. Someone said this in the comments earlier. It's good that you brought this up. The US recently announced a $10 million bounty on anyone who had information and could give exact locations of Iran's president, Iran's leaders, pretty much anyone as a higher ranking official in Iran. And today, Iranians marched the streets, and the Iranians were accompanied by none other than the Iranian leaders, who have got $10 million bounties on their head, and they clearly do not give a fuck. We've got another super chat. Is that II again? Yes, man, thank you again, another £2. Jihad on Zionists, Pakistan to Palestine. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that, brother. Appreciate that a lot. But yeah, we'll start off with the Iranian people hammering nails into coffins draped with Israeli and US flags. They know it's a graveyard for the Zionists. What did Hamas say back in the Palestine war? Gaza's turned into a graveyard for the criminal Zionists, and the same as Tehran and Iran, the whole of Iran. It's going to turn into a graveyard, Israel is going to turn into a graveyard, should I say. Tel Aviv is now becoming a graveyard for Zionists, and they know it. Let's play the video. Yeah, Americans are getting sent to their early graves for dying for Israel. I mean, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? And it's funny, we've mentioned this many a times, but it's always good to bring it up that every time Israel attack Iran, there's a complete difference of when Iran attack Israel. What I'm trying to say is that every time Israelis are attacked, the illegal settlers are attacked, we see them crying, we see them panicking in the streets. They're having meltdowns, and even the bomb might just hit a random field somewhere, like a misfire. It won't even target anyone, it won't even hit anyone. And you'll see them making the biggest deal out of it. And this is our reality, look what we have to deal with, blah blah blah. When it's the other way around, when the shoe's on the other foot, look how the Iranians react. They're celebrating in the streets, they're happy. They're saying bring it on. That's what they're saying to the Zionists. Let's look at the video, let's play. Is that another super chat? Red 888, thank you, brother, another £2. Oh, legend, Red, thank you, helping us get closer to our goal. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. 7 more guys to go. Oh, Red, you're a legend, man. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think it'll be 6 now, won't it? Is that 6 now? Yeah, 6 more to go now. Legend, bro. Thank you. Yeah, so Israeli terrorists bombed Iran, but instead of panicking, brave Iranians started cheering. You will never defeat these people. You'll never defeat them. You'll never defeat them. Let's watch the video. If we can get on full screen. Oh. Get this on full screen for you guys, sorry about that. Is it coming on really loud for you guys? It sounds really loud in my headphones. Legends. They are not backing down. They are not scared. We've got another video here as well after the Israeli and American airstrikes around the vicinity of where they was marching. Look at how they react. Yeah, they react so differently, don't they, to the Zionists when they get hit with missiles. Completely different. So this is what we're saying, that these Iranian leaders are definitely not running scared, you know. They're definitely not hiding. They don't care about the $10 million bounty on their heads. Because today we saw... Oh guys, you're going too crazy tonight. Thank you so much. Orc 2013, thank you brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. These are world-changing events on the scale of 9/11. We need that Arnie soundboard. Yeah, get to the chopper. Yeah, that would be a good one to be fair. Might have to add that one on next time. Shout out to you, Red Man, promoting the goal. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. It all helps. It all helps. Legends. All of you guys, legends. So yeah, what I was saying is that they are not running scared from the bounties on their head. So basically, Ali Larijani, so I can never pronounce his name properly, the Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, appears amid... Again, thank you brother, thank you, another one man, you're going to make me hit the goal on your own I think. Thank you brother, thank you so much, let me just like those. Yeah, so Ali Larijani, the Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, appeared amid today's protests in Tehran, and Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian was also present. So, despite having all these bounties on their head, they did not care. Let's watch the video. Also, I just wanted to say as well, do you think Netanyahu could ever go out and do this? Do you think he could ever go out and walk the streets this safe? Any president really, around the West especially. Like, do you think, you know, Keir Starmer would be able to do this? Or Trump, just walk down the streets without getting any sort of hate or anything? I don't think any of them would have the level of respect that these guys have. Let's play the video anyway. Quality's a bit bad, but hopefully you can see it. Another one. Are you again, Orc? You're a crazy guy, man. Thank you, brother. It's all adding up. Thank you. What is the goal, brother? Glad to help. The goal is at the top of the screen. Can you see it? Look, I'll move it in front of the screen for you guys. That's the goal, to quit the 9 to 5 eventually. That would be like my month's wage. So that's if we can get that, then we know we're safe, you know. Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, so the quality's not the best. Yeah, it's the best quality we've got, but you can sort of see what's going on.
Mama. Ya Ali, ya Hab. Salam. Salam alaikum.
So they were just taking photos of him and everything. So yeah, no other president or prime minister or any politician, especially in the West, is going to get that level of respect when walking out in the streets. No worries, do what you got to do, brother. Do what you got to do. What do we think the history books will say about this war? I guess it depends who wins, you know, because they say it's the victors that write the history books, ain't it? So, some more videos earlier from Tehran. Iranians took to the streets and burned yet another Baal statue along with the flag of Israel. The Satan flag, the demon's flag, was burnt along with the demon. I don't think we've got sound on this one. You guys can see what's going on anyway, it's only 20 seconds. Amazing scenes, amazing scenes. Amazing scenes from Iran. Yeah, so they're burning all the Israeli flags, the statue as well. So the Iranians were out here today. They was out here. Oh yeah, we've got to show you the picture here as well. The picture of Ali Larijani walking down the streets, unfazed. Also, not only was Larijani there, Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi was there as well, walking down the streets. Doesn't care. Does it look like the people want a regime change? Does it look like the people want to overthrow the government? Because I'm pretty sure this would have been a good opportunity if they was really hated how, you know, the Western media portrays that they are. But Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi said today is Quds Day in Iran, and despite the brutal attacks by the Zionist regime and the United States, millions of Iranians have taken to the streets in Tehran and other cities, demonstrating their strong will and determination. The enemies will be forced to acknowledge the power of the Iranian people. I think this might be in English, if I remember rightly. I know he speaks English.
آقای وزیر امور خارجه درباره این چه فکر می‌کنید؟
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. امروز خب روز قدس هست در ایران.
Okay, it's not. Unfortunately, I don't speak Arabic, guys, but that's basically what he said at the top. I thought it was. I've seen a few videos of him speaking in English, so yeah. And look, I've done this unfazed. Look, best word for it, isn't it? Unfazed. Look at them. Do you think they look like they're hiding? High-ranking members of Iran's government and the IRGC are walking the streets. They don't care. They don't care. And then look, another video. I think this is actually the same video we played already. Yeah, it is. Sorry, just had a picture up there earlier. So yeah, Iranian president marched through the streets of Tehran with no security escort as his country is being bombed. Sorry, my bad, ED. Good correction. And an Iranian woman was there as well, and she held a place card in Tehran, and it reads, "I am too a protester, but child killers and human flesh eaters do not bring democracy to my country. I sacrifice my life for Iran." W, man. W for that lady. Yeah, I know, sorry Bang Dog. ED as well said the same thing. No military on the street. Exactly, there would be, Ossie, you're completely right. There's no Western leader, no pretty much any country, unless we're talking about like Russia, China, them sort of countries, but yeah, the Western nations, especially their leaders and their army, would never be able to walk the streets and not be touched. Never. It would never happen. Yeah, welcome back, Tommy. Thanks for joining us again. I advise you guys as well, follow me on Kick. You know, if you can't help me hit the super chat goal, then follow me on Kick, and dropping a comment on there will also help me, because that helps me get closer to my partner program, which I just posted in the chat again for you guys. What do you guys think as well? Do you think this war is going to last much longer? So to me, it doesn't seem like Iran's stopping anytime soon. I don't know. Also, a quick question as well. Where did you guys find my page from? Did you find it from the streams, like the recent videos, or did you see the street interviews that we do? That'd be interesting to see how many of you people have been here since the street interviews we've been doing, or if you guys are like new to the channel. I don't know how delayed that is. I'll wait a couple of seconds, see what you guys respond. Yeah. Let me know, guys, where you found me from. Super chat again. I again, C9. Thank you, brother. Everyone, please support, like, and share the channel. Exactly that, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Nearly hit the goal already. 10 in a day. That's so good, man. Thank you so much. Looks like a long war, Elsa. Yeah, I remember you as well. You said you watched the street interviews. Yeah, I remember seeing your comments. Before my videos, I'm pretty sure. YouTube suggestion. No worries. Good to have you all here anyway, no matter how you found us. So yeah, moving on to some American stuff. Who remembers, well, I'm sure you all remember, it was on day one of the war, the American terrorists, Trump the terrorist, don't know why that button's not working. Yeah, that the American terrorist, Trump the terrorist, they bombed a school on day one, a little girls' school, only little girls and girl teachers there, that killed over 180 Iranian children in Manab. It was been documented now on the history books as the Manab school bombing committed by America, you know, because they admitted it. People in the American government admitted it, and if them admitting it wasn't enough evidence or proof for anyone, then we've seen a recent video come out, and it basically shows a missile shrapnel, parts, debris of the rockets and everything, that says made in the USA. So that sort of silences everyone that was saying that it wasn't America that done it. I'm just reading the comments quickly before I do play the video. Saw you on Twitter ages ago, and when you started your street stuff, I thought I'd look you up on YouTube. Yeah, thank you, Aussie man. Good to see that you've been following me on X for ages. Appreciate that, brother. Long-term supporter. Yeah, let's play the video. Wait, I'm screen sharing. So yeah, this is it says made in USA, the missile that killed over 180 Iranian children in Manab. So we've got proof here of the missile here. Look, you can see it, you know, clearly that it says made in USA. You've got the contract number, everything on there. Another one, Trump is therapist. I know what you wanted to rap, but YouTube probably didn't let you, man. Thank you, II again. You guys are dominating it. II, is it II Red and Orc? You guys are legends. Thank you, you three. Have been just carrying the super chats today. Thank you. Yes, it's loud and clear, guys, isn't it? You can all see clearly that it was the Americans that done the terror attack. Pretty sure everyone knew that, but that silenced the haters that saying differently.
The fact remains, it seems unlikely that...
It never lets me pause the video after some time for some reason on X. Give me 1 second, guys. So yeah, Tucker Carlson made a video, and he warns that the United States may be approaching a day when it can no longer guarantee the safety of Israel, which could lead to Israel to use a nuclear weapon on Iran out of desperation. He warns this could trigger a chain reaction that might cause other countries to also use nuclear weapons. It's possible, it's possible. Let's see what he has to say. Put it on 1.25 speed just to avoid any copyright that this video might bring.
The fact remains, it seems unlikely that the United States will be able to guarantee the safety of Israel. We can't guarantee it now, despite a real effort to. So what does that mean? Well, it means that at some stage, it is possible that Israel will feel it has no choice. We hope they feel they have no choice, they're not doing it for fun, but in any case, they might have to resort to a nuclear strike on Iran, which would be a tragedy for the people of Iran, most of whom have nothing to do with any of this, who would get vaporized. It would be a tragedy for the region, which would be poisoned by radioactive fallout, and it would be a tragedy for the world, because the last taboo would be shattered. Truly the last taboo. You can literally castrate yourself and call yourself a woman, you get applauded. There are very few taboos left. Using nuclear weapons is the last remaining big taboo. And once that is gone, we know from the elimination of other taboos that things change really fast. Oh, it already happened. I think I'll try it. And you could very easily see, either quickly or over time, a series of nuclear exchanges that kill most people on Earth. So that would be a huge deal. For the first time in 80 years, a nuclear weapon would be used. And it's by the way, not an attack on Israel, to note this, though they have been very eager to threaten it in the past. Their threshold is much lower than most people's, but still, you can kind of understand it. If Israel gets targeted for destruction by Iran and the United States isn't there to reliably protect Israeli cities, they could use nukes. And then we could see truly the destruction of a lot of the world. So you don't want that to happen. In fact, you have to stop that from happening. You have to decelerate.
Yeah. Scary times we're living in, man. Scary times. Yeah, Tommy, we did cover that part at the beginning. You can always watch the replay, man. Or we'll be posting the clips on YouTube. You also said, how the fuck did Trump say I'm anti-choice war, then proceeds to bomb 7 countries and people still don't see exactly that, man? It's crazy. Said he was going to be the president of peace. It turned out to be a liar. As expected, to be fair. Iran's foreign minister, Arachi, made a tweet and he said, factual knowledge matters. Case 1. Iran's proposal to ensure no nuclear weapons was dismissed because US counterparts didn't grasp the technical details. Case 2. Americans won't make money from surging oil prices and tariffs. They enrich corporations and crush households. Exactly that, man. Exactly that. It's no, the Americans aren't making any money out of this. The average American citizen is losing money, all these oil prices, closure of the Strait of Hormuz, all of this stuff is going to affect the normal American and normal people around the world, not just America. Yeah. Also, yeah, so we saw more American terrorism last night. Continuous explosions have been reported in Gamdara, Iran, over the past several hours, and the situation is still ongoing, so this is obviously last night. American terrorism and Israeli terrorism continues. We've got another video here. You've noticed the petrol prices have increased. Yeah, are you from America by any chance, or are you British? So yeah, the American and Israeli terrorism continues. But Tasnim, the news agency quoting the IRGC intelligence, said America wants to use our Arab brothers as human shields, and we will monitor and target the Americans. It is best for our Arab brothers not to host Americans in hotels and to stay away from their locations. So they've issued a mad warning out there. Another superstar, II again. Emirate sheiks are morons on earth, everyone knows. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame some Muslim countries seem to not be, standing with the people of Iran and Palestine, but, what can we do? Thank you, man. You helped me hit my goal as well. Appreciate that, G. And yeah, US President Donald Trump said on Iran, they really are a nation of terror and hate, and they really are a nation of terror and hate, and they're paying a big price right now. The only terrorist is you, Mr. Trump and Netanyahu.
They really are a nation of terror and hate, and they're paying a big price right now.
They're not really paying any big price, though, are they? The people that are paying the biggest price are definitely the Americans and the Zionists, 100%. And the American citizens. Yeah. Trump said, on another front, the situation with Iran is moving along very rapidly. It's doing well, our military is unsurpassed, there's never been anything like it. Nobody's ever seen anything like it, and what we're doing is to be done, should have been done during a 47-year period. Could have been done by a lot of different people. They chose not to do it, and I'm pretty sure Trump, you was the one, someone in the comments was just saying he was meant to be the president of peace, so you kind of are a liar. But yeah,
another front, an entirely different front. The situation with Iran is moving along very rapidly. It's doing very well. Our military is unsurpassed. There's never been anything like it. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And we're doing what has to be done. Should have been done during a 47-year period. Could have been done by a lot of different people. They chose not to do it. But they really are another front in it.
Yeah, you're just a terrorist, Trump. And I think, yeah, and the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, said, don't worry, America, your gas prices are going up. But Trump is making lots of money. So it's okay. And obviously Trump, you know, he's sharing the tweet that Trump said where he said the United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far. So when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. No, not we, Mr. Trump. You make a lot of money, probably. But of far greater interest and importance to me as president is stopping an evil empire, Iran, from having nuclear weapons and destroying the Middle East and indeed the world. I won't ever let that happen. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Do you really think Iran's trying to destroy the world? I mean, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate your super chats tonight, man. The IRGC, Iran's Revolutionary Guard, also said American soldiers must leave the region quickly or we will bury them wherever they are, in hotels and shelters. Not good. American soldiers, you better leave ASAP. And Trump also spoke on Iran's new Supreme Leader Khamenei, and he said, I think he is probably alive. I think he's damaged, but I think he's probably alive in some form, you know. He's definitely alive. He's been making a lot of statements. As for Netanyahu, you know, we don't really know about that. And Pete Hegseth as well. He's done a speech today, and there was a lot of nonsense. He spoke a lot of nonsense. So I'm gonna put it out there to you guys. Let me put it on full screen. So Pete Hegseth done a speech. He spoke loads of nonsense today. I'm just gonna let you hear the clips, but he kept contradicting himself so many times. It's like he don't even remember what he even said previously. Let's play some of the clips. See if you guys notice the contradictions he was making. So, as well, hopefully not pray for the Iranians, but he said today will be the largest bombing of Iran yet. And at the same time, the Iranians are flooding the streets for the Quds Day march. So, let's play the little clip of this.
In fact, today will be, yet again, the highest volume of strikes that America has put over the skies of Iran and Tehran. The number of sorties and number of bomber pulses, the highest yet, ramping up and only up. And quantity has a quality of its own as we continue to ramp up. Every tool of AI, of cyber, of space, EW, counter UAS, you name it, we're employing it. Blinding, confusing, and deceiving our enemy. Because we know who the good guys are here. And the American people do too. And that makes my job simple. I serve God, the troops, the country, the Constitution, and the President of the United States, and answer only to those. All in service of victory on the battlefield and the military objectives that we've laid out from day one. In fact,
yeah, you're just talking nonsense. Exactly that, TK. If Iran had been a threat for so long, why is Trump not doing anything about it in his first time? Exactly that. Pete Hegseth also celebrated the Stars and Stripes and Star of David fighter jets bombing the Iranian regime and the IRGC. It's the evil regime's worst nightmare, he said. But obviously for many children and civilians, those jets are the last thing that they will ever see. So that's a very dark and evil thing to say. Yeah, thank you, Tommy. Yeah, tell him again, man. Everyone follow us on Kick. Yeah, man, follow us on Kick. It helps us out a lot. You know, if you guys want to help, you know, support me, that's one of the best ways you can do it. Just follow me on Kick. You don't have to send no money, no donations, nothing. Just follow me there. Drop a comment on the video when you're there, so I can see you. That'll be much appreciated. But let's play this little quick clip.
looking up, the IRGC and Iranian regime sees only two things on the side of aircraft: the stars and stripes and the Star of David. The evil regime's worst nightmare. Looking up,
yeah, terrorism, complete terrorists, these guys. Pete Hegseth also said, "We will keep pressing, we will keep pushing, keep advancing, no mercy for our enemies." And in brackets I wrote, by enemies he means civilians and children, of course. Of course.
With every passing hour, we know, and we know they know, that the military capabilities of their evil regime are crumbling. They can barely communicate, let alone coordinate. They're confused, and we know it. Our response? We will keep pressing, we will keep pushing, keep advancing, no quarter, no mercy for our enemies.
Yeah, terrorist scumbags. This one I just said, just listen to this terrorist. I mean, just listen, guys. Literally what the caption says. Just listen to what he has to say. It's just the way he talks is how you know that the whole America, the whole government is just a joke.
Iran's leadership is in no better shape. Desperate and hiding, they've gone underground, cowering. That's what rats do. We know the new so-called not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. He put out a statement yesterday, a weak one, actually, but there was no voice and there was no video. It was a written statement. He called for unity. Apparently killing tens of thousands of protesters is his kind of unity. Iran has plenty of cameras and plenty of voice recorders. Why a written statement? I think you know why. His father, dead. He's scared, he's injured, he's on the run, and he lacks legitimacy. It's a mess for them. Who's in charge? Iran may not even know. Iran's leadership...
this guy's just a scumbag, man. Proper scumbag. A couple more clips on this terrorist. We've got 3 more clips of the terrorist. The terrorist Pete Hegseth speaks on the Menab school strike. He said, "We don't target civilians, Iran does. We will investigate and we will get to the truth and we will share it when we have it." What's he going to do? Investigate himself? Is he going to investigate themselves, are they? So we all know who done it. We just saw the missile remains from the school, made in the USA. We've seen US officials come out and confirm it. We've had mainstream media outlets even say, mainstream media outlets, may I add, that are owned by Zionists. Our English TK's gone over to kick. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, we've had English Zionist media, Zionist state media have even admitted that it was America and Israel. But apparently, according to Mr. Terrorist Hegseth, he doesn't target civilians, and they don't know anything about this school strike. Contradictions are crazy.
To address all the matters surrounding this incident, and the investigating officer is from outside CENTCOM and is a general officer. But I will note to this group and to the world, there's only one entity in this conflict between us and Iran that never targets civilians. Literally never targets civilians. I look at the process that's used on dynamic strikes or on boat strikes and others. We have a very high fidelity process in that case. So we don't target, Iran does. We will investigate, and we'll get to the truth, and we'll share it when we have it.
What? This guy's talking absolute nonsense. And these are the last 2 clips, so these ones go hand in hand. So let's play clip number 1. In clip number 1, Pete Hegseth says, "Iran has no air defences, no air force, no navy." Remember them words, no navy. "Their missile volume is down 90%, and they are desperate in the Strait of Hormuz. We're on plan to defeat, destroy, disable all of their meaningful military capabilities at a pace the world has never seen before." Okay.
Iran has no air defenses. Iran has no air force. Iran has no navy. Their missiles, their missile launchers and drones being destroyed or shot out of the sky. Their missile volume is down 90%. Their one-way attack drones yesterday, down 95%. And as the world is seeing, they are exercising sheer desperation in the Straits of Hormuz. Something we're dealing with, we have been dealing with it, and don't need to worry about it. We're on plan to defeat, destroy, disable all of their meaningful military capabilities at a pace the world has never seen before.
Okay, so remember that, guys, yeah? He said Iran has no air defences, no air force, and no navy. Key word there, no navy. And then just a few minutes later, only a few minutes later, the terrorist Pete Hegseth said the only thing stopping transit in the Strait right now is Iran shooting at the shipping. Didn't he just say a few minutes ago that Iran no longer has no navy? What the hell?
Only thing prohibiting transit in the Straits right now is Iran shooting at shipping. It is open for transit should Iran not do that. Now, there's a reason why we chose, as one of our primary objectives, destroy the Navy. We understood the ability to interdict shipping is something Iran has done for 40 years. It's key terrain. They've used it as leverage. The world is seeing what they'll do to fight back in that context. And so we've heard them talk about taking various measures, and we're planning for all of them. So we have a plan for every option here. We're working with our interagency partners, and that's not a strait we're going to allow to remain contested or with a lack of flow of commercial goods. So we're aware of that. We're laser focused on our military objectives, but also want to make sure our partners across this government understand we're working with you to make sure that energy flows, and that's an important part. The only thing.
Absolute clown, man. You can't even remember half the lies he said even a few minutes ago. Shows you that they just talk so much nonsense, these Americans. Yeah, so CENTCOM last night reported that a US KC-135 refueling plane was lost in friendly airspace during Operation Epstein Fury. Exactly, Tommy. Yeah, they just don't make no sense. That makes no sense. And then, you know, how long was that after? About 16 hours after, 17 hours later, the US Central Command announced the death of all 6 crew members aboard the KC-135 refueling aircraft that crashed in Iraq. So, looks like the Iranians wiped them out. Looks like they got sent to an early grave for the Epstein regime, because the Iran announced that last night they targeted the US aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln, and resistance front defences hit a US refueling plane, killing its crew. W, man. Iran are not playing about. And, you know, remember Trump already said, like yesterday or something, that the war's over already. Well, now 4 hours ago he said the Iran war could end soon, but he added he'll know it's over when he feels it in his bones. Okay, Mr. Trump. Okay. Satlin, opinionated, brother. Thank you for tuning in. So I missed a lot of comments when I was doing that bit. Yeah, shocker, he was lying. Evening Credo, thank you, man. I did see a message come up just a minute ago. Just wanted to finish that. Yeah, big up Iran, big up Iran. What's next? Exactly, imagine dying for the Epstein Empire. Imagine that being the way you go out, you know? Where are you going after death? Probably going to hell, aren't you? But yeah, on to some other stuff. A few bits about the Strait of Hormuz. You know, this has been a main part of this war. Iran's got total control over it, and they are keeping everyone, you know, they're basically all losing because of this as well. This is causing everyone to lose. So, Iran's IRGC made a statement saying early this morning, this was yesterday morning by the way, about 24 hours ago, they said early this morning the IRGC Navy launched 2 waves of crushing missiles and drone strikes on the headquarters of the US 5th Fleet at Minar Salman Port. The attacks precisely targeted the lead's anti-drone system, drone storage depots, remotely controlled vessels, support equipment centres, base fuel tanks and gathering points of American soldiers using destructive drones, cruise missiles and ballistic missiles. By God's grace, the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed. So I mean, these guys are not playing about. Of course though, we said this the other day. I said this in the stream the other day that someone asked, oh, you know, is this going to ruin, like, is anyone going to be allowed to pass the Strait of Hormuz? And I said, I guarantee Russia and China will be able to. Because they've got good ties with Iran. And just today we saw Iran allowed a Chinese vessel to pass through the Strait of Hormuz without any issues. So it just shows you guys, as long as you're not in bed with the Zionists, you haven't made a deal with the devil, there will be no problems for you in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's foreign minister spokesperson Esmail Baghai said Iran does not seek to make the Strait of Hormuz insecure, but ships must coordinate with the Iranian Navy when passing through to ensure maritime security. So they're saying, look, we're giving you a lifeline. Look, just cooperate with us. If you want to cross, reach out to us, and yeah, you can pass. Yes, I can't translate that. Sorry, guys. And Iran's Abbas Araghchi. We saw the tweet earlier, but this is just still relating to it. He said Americans won't make money from surging oil prices and tariffs. They enrich corporations and crush households. I thought Trump said everyone's winning, didn't he? Trump said everyone's winning. And look, now, yeah, you can really tell that Americans are in desperate times right now. Because after all the sanctions they've imposed on Russia for the last 4+ years, looks like they're starting to backtrack a little bit on that, because they're really feeling this this blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. This really is affecting everybody. The United States has issued a 30-day waiver allowing countries to buy Russian oil stranded at sea, aiming to ease soaring global energy prices caused by the US war against Iran and disruptions in Middle East oil shipping. So the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent made a tweet saying Donald Trump is taking decisive steps to promote stability in global energy markets and working to keep prices low as we address the threat and instability posed by the terrorist Iranian regime. To increase the global reach of existing supply, US Treasury US Treasury is providing a temporary authorization to permit countries to purchase Russian oil currently stranded at sea. This narrowly tailored short-term measure applies only to oil already in transit and will not provide significant financial benefit to the Russian government, which derives the majority of its energy revenue from taxes assessed at the point of extraction. President Trump's pro-energy policies have driven US oil and gas production to record levels, contributing to lower fuel prices for hard-working Americans. The temporary increase in oil prices is a short-term and temporary disruption that will result in a massive benefit to our nation and economy in the long term. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, and we'll see how much longer they can go with these high oil prices before they start begging Russia for some sort of deal. If I was Russia, I'd tell them, don't worry about it, man. You guys already tried sanctioning us and all this. Tell them to go away. And then you got France and Italy are apparently in open talks with Iran in hope of securing safe Hormuz passage. Financial Times reported that. And one more thing as well on the Strait of Hormuz. A Turkish ship managed to cross the Strait of Hormuz with Iranian permission. So yeah, it's pretty much what our friend, the foreign ministry spokesperson, was saying, that Iran does not seek to make the Strait of Hormuz insecure, but ships must coordinate with the Iranian Navy when passing through to ensure maritime security. So exactly that. Turkey was allowed to pass, China was allowed to pass. You just got to be reasonable with the Iranians. They're not evil monsters like the Americans make out that they are. Of course you can pass as long as you're not, benefiting the Zionists. A couple more bits. What have we got? Yes, basically, to be fair, it's just one more section really. Some stuff we've got a couple bits actually from the GOT. A couple more stories, so let's get into it. So, as you guys know, the UAE has been getting targeted by Iran. They've been trying to cover up this news, they've been trying to suppress it, they're putting people in, they've been arresting people, threatening with jail time, huge fines for posting what's going on in Dubai and the UAE. If you post videos, you're going to get in trouble basically with the government. But some videos are still slipping through the radar. Just a couple hours ago, we'll start off with satellite imagery showed Iranian missiles striking and destroying aircraft hangars at Al Dhafra US airbase in UAE, likely damaging the aircraft as well. So we've got some before and after photos. This one, and this one, and this one. Some serious damage caused there. And then we saw the International Financial Centre in Dubai was struck by an Iranian drone early hours of today, I believe. Early hours of today, yeah. I haven't got any sound on this clip. But you can see the damage up here, the smoke pouring out. Yeah, see I think that's the Burj Khalifa up there, is it? In the background. See all the smoke in the sky. Dubai's definitely still getting hit. And more footage from Dubai. Look, Dubai right now, I believe that's the same strike, maybe. Oh no, it's not. This is a few hours ago. So yeah, Dubai's been getting hit. It's been getting hit all day. Yeah, Dubai is definitely getting hit, and just a couple of hours ago, reports of renewed explosions in Dubai, possible intrusion of IRGC drones. I haven't actually heard anything more about this. It'd be interesting to look into that. It's so hard to get what's coming out of Dubai right now. Been censored so heavily. And then yeah, some more satellite imagery from the US. So satellite images show extensive damage to US barracks and an aircraft facility at Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. So you know, other Gulf countries are getting hit. Before and after picture there. Before and after picture there. Some direct impacts. Definitely are hitting their targets, aren't they? And then another one. New satellite images from the Al Udeid Air Base in Doha, Qatar, show missile strikes hitting the base's command and control buildings. So yeah, you got before pictures here and after, and some before and after pictures here. Some small impacts on that one. So yeah, Iranian missiles and drones are definitely still getting through. Definitely still getting through. Oh yeah, Umar, yeah, exactly. I visited there as well. It's crazy. You'd think, you know, that none of this would happen. It's sold as a safe haven to everyone, you know, but you know, I guess nowhere's really safe in the world, is it? Nowhere's really safe. Yeah, and on to the last part of today's video. The secret war continues, I like to call it. The war between Hezbollah and Israel. Of course, there's a war going on in the background. No one really talks about this one because everyone's focused on what's going on with... Oh, subscribe on YouTube. Thank you, Tez. Yeah, everyone's really focused on what's going on between Iran, Israel and America. But at the same time, Hezbollah have been at war with Israel, and they have been causing some serious damage to the Zionists. Let's show you... well, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like all the other stuff as well with the Iranians. Every time Hezbollah will target military bases and things like that, you see the Zionists respond by targeting civilian homes. So yesterday, about 24 hours ago, we saw a video come out of Israel bombing Beirut in Lebanon. Civilian areas, of course.
Allahu Akbar. ما نزلت ما نزلت
Crazy. And Israeli sources says Israel plans to expand its operations into Lebanon to include a potential ground operation up the Litani River. So it looks like the Greater Israel project, you know, is still continuing, still their goal, of course. Someone said, no to Epstein class, said if people are not careful, the Epstein class will have you hating the people who are being oppressed / slaughtered and loving the people who are doing the oppressing / slaughtering. Exactly that. If you get too brainwashed by the mainstream media and things like that, you know, who knows what you'll be supporting. A quick clip of this. Apocalyptic scenes from Nabatea, Al Fawqa, following intense Israeli airstrikes in the city. Of course, more civilian areas.
ضرب حد الجامع بالنبطيل فوق كحي الأعاد.
Yeah, crazy scenes. Can't really see too clearly, but you can see the damage. And Israeli terrorists were again targeting residential areas in Lebanon last night, of course. Look, right next to all these buildings, all these civilian homes. See another image of it there. And again today, 10 hours ago, Israel striking civilian homes in Lebanon. Who's surprised? Who's surprised? Complete chaos, and Israeli terrorists targeted another residential building in the town of Al Abbasiyah. Let's watch this one.
كما تشاهدون الآن المبنى الذي هدده أو حدده العدو الصهيوني على طريق عام العباسية كما تشاهدون عبر موقع صوت الفرح.
Yeah, it's pure terrorism. And look, a Lebanese mother bids farewell to her 5 sons who were killed in an Israeli airstrike on southern Lebanon. So look, these are the casualties that are coming out, you know? These are the people that are getting
تحمل جثامين أولادها ال5 الذين استشهدوا إلى مثواهم الأخير، تدفنهم بيديها هنا جنوب لبنان.
Heartbreaking. This is who the victims are of the Israeli terror strikes. And one more video proves my point again. Hezbollah published footage from the operation targeting settlements in northern Israel that had previously been warned to evacuate. So, had their warning. Of course, they've got all the IDF bases there. We've got some footage from Hezbollah. So yeah, crazy scenes. I'm not going to play the full video because I'm not sure how much of it YouTube will allow. But yeah, that shows you guys, doesn't it, that Hezbollah, they target the IDF bases, the military, etc. And the victims of Israeli terrorism are children and families. Yeah, I think that's pretty much for today's stream, guys. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. Remember to go follow me on Kick as well to help support me. But apart from that, I will see you all next time. I'm going out to do an IRL stream tomorrow, so there won't be the normal news stream, but we'll do an IRL stream tomorrow. Back to the news streams probably on Sunday, I'm guessing. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in, and see you all next time. Make sure you look out for the IRL stream tomorrow, probably around midday UK time. Peace out. Thank you.
Today we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration.
Yes.
Of the farewell party to the Savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander, I'm telling him this needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all those IOs, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.